Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. When it comes to global perspective, IGCSE and O levels both, component 3, which is group project, reflective paper is its most important part. If it is basically a post action plan document, reflection is something which you do about things which have happened in the past. In the same way, once you're done with your group work, once you're done with everything, regarding your action plan, then you write your reflection in the reflective paper about your work. Do note that this is the most important part of your group project. It carries the major chunk of the marks, 45 out of 70. It used to be 60 out of 70, but still it's a major chunk. Just some general broad strokes. The word count for reflective paper is from 750 to 1000 words. It carries 45 marks and it is part of project group project, which is component 3. In order to understand the overall structure of the reflective report, it is prudent to basically divide it into different parts. This is because Cambridge nitpicks these small details from your reflective paper, and if we do it like this, then we are more than likely to satisfy their marking criteria. So, part A is basically evaluation of the action plan and teamwork. It then carries three more parts. The first part is evaluation of how relevant or how effective your outcome, your action plan, or your action plans were to the overall project. Then comes the evaluation of teamwork, that how well the group gelled together. Were there any coordination issues? Were there was the team working in a good, healthy environment? And then evaluation of your own work and your own tasks, and whether you were able to do your tasks effectively, and if you were not able to do them effectively, what was the reason behind that. Now, coming to part B, this is basically reflection on learning. This is very important, and it is basically also very tightly marked by Cambridge. Its first part is what was your learning from the project through both your secondary research that you did either online or whatever, and then your field work. What did you learn from your field work? And then when you approached people, how they reacted, and through people's reactions and through exploring different perspectives, how was your understanding of the issue either formed or changed or evolved. Then comes the second part, which is what skills did you acquire through the project, and whether there were any hidden skills that you didn't know you had. For example, someone didn't realize that they had a very good eye for making videos and taking pictures, and suddenly when they had a camera in their hand, they were very confident and stuff like that. Then, how did this project polish your capabilities or polish your personality? Finally, it is that how could you have improved your participation, or how could you have improved the overall coordination of the group? Whether you could have been more agreeable, or you could have approached your fellow group members in a different way, things like this. Then comes part C, which is basically reflection on overall project and teamwork. Uh, its first part is reflection on benefits and challenges of working in a team. And here you can give specific examples that when we were doing this, this happened, or when we were doing this, this thing happened. Then again, how your team could have worked more effectively or better together, or ensured better coordination, or how as a group all of you guys could have made your action plan, your outcome, more effective towards achieving your aim. And then finally, that how could you have improved your participation in the project, and in the same way how you could have improved the overall coordination of the group. And if you do such a group project again in future ever, what would you do different? This is very important, basically, that if what was your learning, that okay, this is something that you should do and this is something you shouldn't do if you were to do such a project again in future. Then comes the overall organization and communication of the reflective paper. First of all, it should be clear and well structured, and personal work and teamwork should be clarified with good phrasing, clean phrasing, and it shouldn't be confusing for the examiner. The examiner should get a clear idea what you are trying to tell him. And finally, you should clearly summarize that what were your own research findings and how did these impact the project, and if there are any citation, if you have used any definitions or details or facts and figures, then give proper citations. There are marks for this. However, citation is not a necessity. If you have taken something from somewhere, then sure, you can cite it, but it's not a necessity here. So, some very common mistakes that many people make when they are writing the reflective paper. First of all, the reflective paper, it requires proper reflection, which means that you have to highlight both the positives and the negatives. You shouldn't just be giving a very rosy picture to the examiner that all was good, it was a perfect group project and everything, because that's just not possible at this level. Whatever hindrances, whatever issues, whatever shortcomings you faced, mention that, because that examiners like that. Examiners like a proper reflection. Do not exceed the word limit. I keep saying that, but students still don't listen. Do not exceed the word limit. Don't go beyond 1,000 words. Whatever you write beyond 1,000 words will not be read by the examiner. Then do not share your reflective papers among each other. Many students do that, because if reflective papers overlap, this is a very clear case of malpractice. But obviously, you will be discussing the details of the project and the facts of the project before writing the reflection. But do not copy each other's exact wordings. Everyone should write in their own words. So here's a reflective paper of a student who got an A star, and one of the reasons that he got an A star is because he got 90% marks in his reflective paper. And you can pause here and have a good look. This is page one, then the next page is page two. But uh, read this carefully, it will give you a good idea about what to do and what not to do. Just the continuation of the same reflective paper. The word count is exactly 1,000, and the student worked very hard with me to actually bring the word count down to 1,000. It was exceeding a little, I think, by almost 100 words, and we had to make sure that we don't risk the integrity of the reflective paper while bringing that word count down. So, to conclude, a reflective paper is written from a post action plan or a post group project point of view, meaning that when you are writing it, you are done with all of your group work, and now you are just reflecting on what you did, what you achieved, what you learned. This particular distinction needs to be made. Examiner is expecting you to make this distinction. Examiner is expecting to uh, read a reflective paper written from a post action plan point of view, and I think that your phrasing should reflect that.